You'd think after 54 other episodes, I know what button to push on the camera, but
Absolutely not.
welcome everybody. It is episode 55, and as you can tell by the blinding lights, the sun's out, guns out season is upon us. It's sad boy summer, everybody. The temperatures are up. The shirts are also up our sleeves here. We're flexing the tats. We gotta get our farmer's tan when we go do Midwest lawn care dad stuff outside. I mowed the lawn this weekend, so I'm all lawn mowing Midwest lawn care dad. Shout out to Bill Murray season. I'm all about it. I'm here for it. What's up? It's been a week since we hung out.
That's been too long. I honestly,
Too long, about a week long.
I don't like that.
I know. So what's up,
Dude.
Why is it sad boy summer?
Why is it sad boy summer? It's hot in here.
Fucking hot in here, dude.
It's
It's spicy.
So let me talk to you about HVAC companies.
You have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior, Freon.
Real quick, since we are so hot, and you got to stay hydrated, everybody, in this hot summer.
Dubai.
Hydration checks brought to you by none other than W.GG. Drink more water, feel better. Stay hydrated in this hot, sad boy summer. Make your water taste better with W. Use code SADBOYS at checkout for 10 whole % off your order. Yep. And just make sure you give them 2 fists up on their rating scale. So
yeah, that's SADBOYS.
Oh, yeah.
For any of you new listeners.
Repeat listeners, thank you. New listeners, welcome. Yeah. It's Sad Boy Summer. Let's do this.
I'm sorry if this is the first episode you're watching because we don't normally look this pale.
Our shirts usually have sleeves on them, but sometimes you just flex so hard the sleeves rip off.
Yeah,
we got to get Swole Patrol for Scotland.
Yeah,
I
need to lose some weight.
We got it. Yep, same
for sure.
Samesies.
For sure.
I think honestly, if we just stay in this room long enough, we'll sweat it out.
It's literally a sauna. Yeah. So
what happened?
We're just gonna dive in. We're gonna dive in. So for anybody out there who's ever had an AC go out, right? And you're like, well, I think it's time. It's time to get a new AC.
I also buy guns based off mouthfeel. What?
Whoa.
When you said it's time, I thought,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Not that time.
Not that
My
time.
bad.
Different time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Noted.
I thought yours was a trip to Europe. Anyway.
Same.
Yeah. So we made the plunge, 2022, not even 2 years ago. It was July of 2022. We had to buy a new AC unit because ours was not working.
I remember that.
It was like 83, 84 in the house. Like
it
was hot. So we got a new one. We're thinking, hey, we get a new AC. We're not going to have issues for just standard maintenance, right?
10, 15 years?
Yeah, we're not going to have issues. We were even just hoping like we won't have any issues for like 4 or 5 years. Minimum.
Fair point.
Because things happen.
Yeah.
But minimum. Well, not even a year in, we're having heating issues, and we're like, shit. So they came out, a company who installed it, and they're like, yeah, can't find anything wrong with it. I'm thinking,
are you sure? It's pretty fucking hot in here.
Because you know how it always works, right? You're having issues. The day they show up, it's working fine.
Well, I mean, it's no different from every time customers brought in their computers to Geek Squad. I swear it wasn't working, and then you touched it, it started working again.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's exactly it.
Yes.
So they couldn't figure out what it was. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we continued to have issues, but like everybody knows that, they charge like $99 for a diagnostic fee.
I'll say we've complained about this before, just to even come out and look.
Yeah, just to come out and look.
Insane.
So I called and I made an appointment for a Thursday. I'm like, hey, Thursday's open. Great. That was the next day. Okay. This was a week ago. Okay. So I called for an appointment on Thursday.
Right.
And I was like, but I'm not paying that fee because you guys came out last time and couldn't figure out what the issue is. I'm not paying.
Bold. Did they agree?
They said, we can come out, see what's going on. And if it's the same issue or we can't figure out what it is, then we can come across that bridge. I'm like, that's fair. Because you're under the context that like, I'm probably not going to pay you.
Yeah, there's a chance.
So I'm like, cool. So we're still good for Thursday. They're like, oh no, that got taken. So it's going to be Tuesday now. So we had to go the whole weekend with a not really working AC.
Yeah, which in real time, not podcast time, was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, so
and
it got up to
was spicy this weekend.
It got up to like 79 in here.
Inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like it wasn't that bad if you didn't move.
Yeah, you stuck real still.
You sat in front of the fan and didn't move or breathe fast. It was fine. So they finally came out and then they did all their tests and like, yeah, it looks like you got a leak in your coil.
Okay.
So me, quick to Google, quick to Reddit,
Right.
you know, train XR coil. Thousands of results, same exact issue. So I'm going to go into some conspiracy theories here.
So it's almost like they knew about it and did nothing about it.
So
Go ahead.
Okay, who's to benefit from selling a train unit when they know there is issues?
Definitely, probably train.
And the companies who are installing them. Right? Because if they
It just
say
generates more business.
If they say, hey, we only carry train, we know there are issues.
Yeah.
So you're either going to buy our warranty or we're going to come out and we're going to charge you.
Fair.
Because every single person that I saw was $1,500 quote to get this thing fixed.
Right.
$1,500. So
Yeah, for just the part, or was like labor?
part and labor.
Okay, so everything.
$1,500 after we just paid $10,000+
Yeah,
for this
dude, I
AC
would be-
not even 2 years ago.
I'd be hot.
So-
No pun intended.
Yeah. Sweating. So they came, they're like, hey, there's a leak. And the guy even told me straight up, he's like, honestly, man, it's because they get this aluminum for these coils recycled, like from China. He's like, and it's just not good.
Oof.
And I talked to our buddy Carlos, good
Shout
buddy
out.
Carlos.
What up?
And he's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's like, but all the replacement coils that I've ever installed have been better quality and I've never had to go back.
Interesting.
So like, that's good, but like, why not just start with that?
Because it generates $1,500.
Because it generates $1,500 for the trained dealers to go out
Right.
and do that service.
Yep.
So the guy gave us a quote. He said it's going to be $500 so including the service visit, the $99 fee, plus the other money to fill up your Freon.
Okay.
And then it's going to be $1,600 to come out and do the coil. So we're talking,
Yikes.
$2,100. So I'm
Yeah.
like, can you give me a minute? So Taylor is visibly upset. I'm enraged. We're talking for a minute. And then, yeah. So I go out there and I tell the guy, I'm like, look, man, I'm in the mood to give somebody some shit. Who do I talk to?
I need a phone number.
Yeah, and
I'm
he's
not going to
like-
yell at you.
Yeah, and I was like, look, man, I know it's not your fault. He's like, no, I know. Like, this is what we've been dealing with. Because I found out today.
Uh-oh.
So Mark Air is the company who installed mine. They were
Okay.
only a train dealer.
Right.
Bass Air is the company who does it now, who bought that company,
Interesting.
right? They do not sell train.
Ooh.
And my guess is it's for a reason.
Duh.
Right? So the guy told me, he's like, that's all we're doing is fixing
Just replacing all these units.
the train units
Jesus.
that, Mark Air sold.
They inherited, right.
And inherited, yeah. So
Jesus.
I'm like, man, make some calls, figure something out. I'm not paying for that.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes goes by. He comes back up the door. Is like, so it's just going to be $99 today for the diagnostic. We're going to fill up your Freon for you. I'm like,
Swag.
okay. I was
It's
like,
a good start.
I was like,
that
this
was
is
what,
like,
$500
Yeah.
air quote savings.
400 and so whatever. Either way, I'm like, cool, good start. Thank you.
You're not cool yet.
I was like, still not. I was like, man, I appreciate
Yes.
the
You have done
you
enough
making
today.
that call. Thank you. And then they're like, and they're going to call you in the morning about the coil and repairing that.
Yeah.
So
The actual like long intensive part.
the harder, expensive
Yeah.
part. So they called me this morning and they're like, look, what I'm going to offer you is we can sell you our warranty and all you would ever pay is the diagnostic fee and all repairs would be covered. I'm like, sounds great. Let me guess. It's way too much. She's like, it's $2,400. I'm like, No.
No.
Absolutely not. Like this unit is not even 2 years old.
Yeah.
Its birthday is May of 2022. We just had its birthday.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right. Like,
So I was like, what's Train's number?
yep. Let me go next level, please.
Yeah, and-
level 3 support, please.
And I was talking to her, and for anybody out there who might deal with this at any point in time, I'm not going to name names, but this person who I spoke to on the phone said, between you and me, basically,
oh, right. Off the books.
had a customer that had the same issue, and they got it replaced for free.
Ooh, you just have to raise enough hell.
Raise enough hell.
Yep. Go get him, Tiger.
So
Did you get a phone number?
I did. So I called Train.
Tune in next week.
Huh?
So tune in next week.
So yeah, actually though, so I called them and I'm like, look, I'm going to be real nice. I got a lot of stuff going on here. I got a lot of thoughts. I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to go over what's going on. Okay. So this unit, not even 2 years old. We had issues within the 1 year time frame, which was, covered in the parts and labor. They couldn't figure out what the issue is. It was a heating problem. We are currently having a cooling problem. That tells me there is a issue with the cooling
Right.
and the heating.
Fair.
That tells me that this unit probably a lemon. I was like, I know you're probably going to say it's not, right? You're going to deny it.
Yeah.
I did a quick Google search. If you want to do the same search, there are thousands of people
Man brought the receipts.
with the exact same issue. So I was like, tell me, like, what needs to be done here to get people to stop using whatever part for the coil in there that you're using and use the replacement ones? Because apparently, according to my friend who's in the HVAC industry and this company I've been speaking to, they said that they have no issues with those, but the ones that come factory stock are trash. So who needs to start a class action lawsuit here to get you guys to actually like fix this problem?
Yeah.
I was like, is there somebody I can talk to you about? Like, I just need to get this done because this thing is not even 2 years old. I'm still paying on this, and I'm about ready to take my money back.
Disconnected and just put it out for the pasture.
I'm going to take my money back.
Right.
And they're like,
I'll follow a charge back.
Yeah, right? Hello, Wells Fargo. One charge back, please.
One charge back, sir.
And they're going to be, it would be great. But they're like, so what kind of resolution do you want? And I was like, I want you to replace the whole unit.
Ooh.
There's a
go big and let them be like, we'll fix the part for free.
Bingo.
Yep. Always go for the hard sell.
But there is a heat issue though.
Right.
Like when we were talking over the winter, when yours was getting down low, mine was the same thing. I have it set to 69. Nice.
Yeah.
And it would be 62 in the house. Like it wasn't able to get up.
Oh, to get it.
Yeah.
Right.
So like clearly there is an issue in multiple places.
My issue was a thermostat. But yes, you are correct.
Didn't you have a breaker issue too?
Oh, that's right. It was a breaker.
But still, like there are multiple issues.
Correct.
I want this completely resolved. I don't ever want to train again, but like if I can say, hey, fix this now, or,
give me all my monies back and I'll go get a new one. They're not going to do that. So they'll fix it.
Yeah. You're going to be hearing about me on social medias,
We have a podcast with lots and lots of followers. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yeah.
We're going to take them down from the outside.
We're going to do it.
Everybody grab your pitchforks and your signs and we're going to go scream some words at trains.
Yeah.
The other trains.
Peacefully.
Right.
Peacefully.
Right. Of course.
Right. We don't want to be like maced or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, sensitive subject.
Yeah. So we're going to see what happens. They said, we're going to escalate it. I'm like, oh, great. Ooh. I was like, how long does that take? Oh, well, we don't have a time frame on that. I was like, well, they just filled my Freon up, but they said there's a good sized leak. So I don't really know what my time frame is either.
Yeah.
So if it's not taken care of before it starts to get even hotter in here,
we're going to have problems.
I'm going to be a lot less nice when I call you next time.
So, you're such like a respectable Karen.
So like I always want to start out nice.
Yep.
Before,
because that gets you somewhere.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I know from working sales and customer service that like the person you were talking to is not directly responsible for the problem.
Almost
I understand.
never.
Yeah, literally almost never. So I understand. I'm not going to come take it out on you. I will get angry about the fact that your company does not give you the ability to solve said problem.
Correct.
They make you just follow a script and get us off the phone. whatever the issue is. But when you get a manager on the phone who can go up to the next level and up to the next level, like, I'm going to express my my feelings a little bit more.
Right, each time.
About how upset that I am.
Right. That gets you something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, like, it's really just because, like, this thing was, like, almost
10 grand.
It was literally, like, $10,500 and some dollars.
Yeah. Over the course of 2 years.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we're going to be paying on this thing for I don't know how long, but 2 years, this thing already shit the bed?
Yep, absolutely. That
no,
is,
dog. No.
I feel like, I mean, you go to Best Buy and you buy a cell phone charger and you get a 15-day return policy. That's fair. You know in 15 days if it's going to work or not for charging your cell phone, right? You go, you buy, I don't know, a bicycle. Your bicycle comes with a 1-year manufacturer's warranty because you got to ride it all year to see if it's going to break or not.
Right.
An AC unit is like a heavy industrial sized machine.
Yep.
How is the baseline on that not 5 years?
So they give you 1 year parts and labor, which I had them out here within the 1 year.
Yeah. But like even then, I mean, 1 year.
Because they want you to buy the warranty.
I know
it's
that.
All
but
about
even that
money.
ain't going to fix the problem.
No. So, but they give you a 10-year parts warranty.
Oh, that's
so since the coil's bad, they're like, the guy who was here yesterday was like, yeah, I mean, we can get you the coil through the warranty, but like the installation is what's going to cost you. It was $1,600.
Yeah, and it's no disrespect to the technician.
I know they have to do their job. They have to get paid.
Right, yes.
But
it's like, goddamn, like, buddy, I know you're making $40 an hour. And you're going to be out here for 2 hours. Okay, so that's a grand total of $100. Now be nice. So where's the other $1,500?
Right.
Oh, that's going to your boss. Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to segue this topic into my next one.
Ooh, segues or transport?
I don't know. We're going to transport from one topic to the next, buddy. Don't you worry.
We're going to jump? Time jump? Whoa.
So I just wish that there was a way that we could, besides like a class action lawsuit, you know, stick it to these companies more to show them like, yes, like you're the one who provides the service, but like enough is enough with your inflation and your ridiculous prices and all that bullshit that they do. Segueing into Chipotle.
Oh no!
You've heard about this, right?
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god!
I'm here for it.
I'm so excited to be the one to show you this.
Oh, what happened?
So I was scrolling on the TikTok.
TikTok,
yesterday.
as the kids call it.
Yeah, I was scrolling yesterday, and I see this video about people walking out of Chipotle.
Uh-oh, what happened?
So some guy, I don't remember his name.
Do we need to look this up? Is it like an important person?
Let me find his name.
You look it up because I don't want to spoil the story.
Let me find out who it is.
But some guy, though. Hey, everybody, while he's taking a short break to do some Googling, make sure you stay hydrated. It is pretty fucking hot outside. It's hot inside the studio, so stay hydrated and make sure your water tastes super good with W. Use code SADBOYS, 10% off your order.
Let's see.
That's how you fill the air, kids. Take notes. And now I'm out of things to say. Hurry up.
All right, I got it. I got it.
It's all right. Podcast.
Where's the guy's name?
The podcast people shall wait. How's everybody's day going?
Okay, I can't find the guy's name. I'm not wasting more time. There's a guy who basically rated his Chipotle bowl a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it was like not even half full.
Oof.
And they, as like everybody else, they keep raising those prices, right? Like a chicken bowl is like $10 now, where it used to be $6. It's $5.99 for chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
So they keep raising their prices, and it's like the portions get smaller and smaller. So this guy said, this is a 2 out of 10. This is bullshit.
Fair.
And it started a walkout trend.
Not a walkout in Chipotle.
So you know what happens?
What happens?
Someone goes in, they're like, yes, I'd like a bowl, please. And the person on the other side puts a little scoop of rice in, puts a little scoop of beans, a little scoop of meat, really half-asses this, puts a little bit of a salsa in. And when you realize that they're skimping out on their portions, you just say, no, I'm good. And you just walk out. After they've already wasted their money on the bowl and all of the
fillings,
the food.
Interesting.
So people are doing this across the country as a way to stand up to Chipotle for their super shitty portions and they're rising prices.
Yikes. Wow.
Yep.
I mean, hey, you know, the spark that lights the fire is often
Yeah.
tiny.
It,
It's just, but like, honestly, it's the small things that
Yeah.
escalate into big things.
Yeah.
And you know what? Good on those people. Personally, I don't have the stones to do
there's
it.
more to this.
Oh no, I spoke too soon.
So
no.
the next part of this, which was interesting, was there was a rumor going around that people said if you have your phone out and you're recording, managers tell the employees to just fill it up. Like fill up the bowl.
So then people are rolling in with their phones to make sure that they're getting decent sized portions.
Yep. And then so you see a bunch of videos where they are doing that for people.
Yeah.
And then there are some where it's still not. Chipotle has recently come out and debunked that, saying like, this is not a policy that we have.
Right. Yeah. Of course not. We would never.
We've never said that. Oh no, don't tell them.
We would. No.
So this just really got to me because I'm like, man, something so small and legal. Right?
Yeah, fair.
There is nothing illegal about saying I would like a bowl. They make the whole thing
and they make it wrong.
And they
air quote.
Yeah, because there are now either like most of them are like former Chipotle employees.
Of course.
Getting on TikTok and saying like, yeah, like they literally tell us to like skimp because the less that we put in, like we might have to go more for some people, but we're saving food
in the long run,
which means we can do more bowls or more burritos, whatever. We're making more money for the company.
Well, they're not really doing more. They're still bringing in the same amount of money, but the outgoing, yes, right. So they are air quote earning more, right?
So
yikes.
Like there's a lot of employees that are saying that, like not just one either, like not one, not five, not 10, like
not one
bunch.
Boeing whistleblower.
Yeah.
Not 2 Boeing whistleblowers.
Someone get an eye on those Chipotle employees.
10 Boeing whistleblowers.
Somebody get an eye on those Chipotle employees.
Yeah, right. They're gonna get. They'll suddenly be Jimmy John's sliced meat. I don't know. I didn't mean to bring Jimmy John's into this. I apologize.
They're the new seasonal
chicken al pastor.
Chicken al pastor.
It's got a real gamey taste to it.
That one had a tattoo on it.
What?
So it's just interesting that like this is totally legal,
right?
They can absolutely do it. And apparently it is hurting Chipotle's stock right now. Like all this negative press and people walking out, like it's hurting like the bottom line. I'm like, good.
Yes. Fight with your money.
So where else? And this is just me being like super transparent. I absolutely love when people stick it to the man.
Fucking stick it to the man,
Stick
folks.
it to the man, because it's just so shitty that we have to sit back and we really, unless somebody of higher influence
does something about
calls them out to where they have to make a change,
right?
Then we just stuck dealing with the crazy inflation.
Form unions, everyone.
Yeah. Even I have mixed feelings on unions. Anyway.
Mixed. That's same.
But it's interesting because then now you have McDonald's. It was through like the month of May. They had a value meal, a $5 value meal.
Oh, so the same items that they make every other day, just now suddenly specially priced at $5.
Correct. It was either a McChicken or a McChicken or a double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
A 4-piece nugget, a fry, and a drink for $5.
Oh, so it's McDonald's version of a faux for faux, but it's a faux for $5.
Right. Right. But what would normally cost you like $11 is $5 this month only to help combat inflation.
Why 1 month?
I'm sorry. Like,
why 1 month?
Why 1 month? If you can afford to do that, then for a month, you can afford to do it. We know how much money you make.
Yep.
You said you've served billions of customers. You have money.
I do believe that all publicly traded companies have to publicly release that their quarterly earnings. So, when record profits get, tossed around, it's like, okay, profits, cool.
Yeah.
So when you going to like reinvest all of your profits back in to the
You can't have inflation and record profits.
Nope. They shouldn't.
They should not be in the same sentence. Like that's literally what's happening right now is that there's insane inflation between fast food, restaurants, grocery stores are absolutely wild right now. That's the Wild West. And then they're like, oh wow, record profits in Q4. Good for us. Pat on the back. We're doing so good.
And we just fired 13,000 people. So
Yeah, right?
save money.
Right.
We CEOs are so strapped because of inflation that we have to let the workforce go.
I only got a bonus of $7 million last year. That's down from my $14 million. I can't afford this. Okay. So we need to up the prices a bit so my bank account can go with it. You know what I'm saying?
I believe as the great Bo Burnham once said, how am I supposed to buy a second gold jet ski this year? Yeah, nope. As we always do, we somehow always find our way to bitch about capitalism and corporate greed and everything. But it's kind of a big problem, and no one wants to address it. But
It's just like,
not that we're anyone of like super value or importance, but
like we're not economists, right? Like
by far no.
like the furthest from an economist, but like just a 100-foot view of where we're going and what's going to happen is like right now, everyone's saying the same thing.
Yep.
Going to McDonald's is like a luxury now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford, a family of 4. Why am I paying $35 at McDonald's?
When a family of 4 used to be able to get a whole ass meal for 10
$12,
$10.
15 maybe?
Yeah. If you got like, a double quarter pounder or maybe Yeah. A Big Mac with extra sauce.
Mom
or
and
some
little
shit. I don't
Billy
know.
shared a large fry.
Yeah.
So it's just wild to me that like that's where we're at. But like the only way that this stops is people stop going out as much. And then it's like it starts to hurt their bottom line. So they do things like they're doing right now where they're like, oh, it's only $5. Come out and get a value meal.
Yep.
Right. And then what's going to happen is eventually like there's just going to be, an economic crash. There's going to be a depression.
Yeah. It's coming. I mean, so I did not hear about the Chipotle thing. I didn't know McDonald's was doing their super special May extravaganza, but I did hear or I saw headlines. So they may have been clickbait. I don't know the validity of these articles, but I saw articles. And it said that Target was also doing the same thing, like lowering prices to combat inflation. It's like, okay, cool. So the same hoodies and the same bathing suits and the same tennis shoes and board games and whatever other dumb shit Target sells, because that's all the dumb shit that we buy from Target, right? The same things that were I'm going to say on sale, that were for sale 2 weeks ago, suddenly the prices just dropped because it's convenient for you guys to say, well, we're doing our part to combat inflation. It's like, no, this is how shit should be. And you're just backtracking your greedy bullshit.
Because everyone else is getting away with raising prices. You're like, what's an extra $1 for this item?
Yeah.
Around the store.
Yeah, until it's $1 at Target, $1 at Walmart, $1 at Food Lion, $1 at McDonald's, $1 at Subway, $1 here, $1 there. And then everybody times how many fucking people are in the goddamn continental U.S. I mean, what's our population? 2 billion people? I don't know. Fucking fact checker.
Back to not being an economist.
Text me in a week and tell me Hey Siri, what is the population of the United States of America? She says the population in the United States is 332,000. So I was way off on my number.
There's no way.
That way, regardless, let's just go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What is the population of the United States?
I'm telling you, that's what mine said. Mine
332,278,200.
Did I say thousand?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like
I'm
Fort
sorry.
Wayne
Everyone.
has like 300,000.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a misquote on my part. Yeah. Million, but still $5. $1 at Target, $1 at Walmart, $1 at McDonald's, $1 at Burger King, and $1 at Taco Bell. That is $5 extra for me to go, obviously, to 4 food places. But that's me alone. Times 330.
2 million.
Million other people times 5. That's $15 million in generated profits spread across 5 different corporations. You literally can't even make it up, people. It's in front of you, and for them to blatantly lie about it is just
like per day.
Yeah, is just frustrating for them to just lie about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's people. There are people making charts where it shows like, this item at McDonald's has a 150% price increase from 2020. Like all this stuff, and it's absolutely insane. But You know, I think it's time
Sad Boy Summer.
Yeah, welcome to Sad Boy Summer.
Where the only thing we can afford to do is go in our backyard and cry.
Well, you make it out to the backyard to cry?
Oh.
I like to cry in darkness, buddy. Here on this couch. I put these lights to a soft blue and have Excella play some rain sounds. And
Is
I just
that why
weep.
the cushions are wet?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was weeping earlier.
Just weeping deeply.
Yeah.
Speaking of letting it all out,
Speaking of weeping deeply.
I also did that this weekend too. You know,
Yeah.
it was my anniversary with Megan, so
Oh,
it was happy weeping, but it was good kind of weeping.
The good weeps.
The good weeps, yeah,
Oh, dude, we're here for the good weeps.
yeah. Not to change subjects or anything, but yeah.
Actually, changing subjects. I got some more hand tattoos.
Well, of course you did.
Of course, like, cause why not, right? So I'm really pumped on this little 8-bit, lead character from Pokemon Red and Blue.
No
Like-
copyrighted names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a Pokeball, right? A cool little like 3/4 Pokeball. And then I got my son's name.
Why is it a 3/4?
I wanted it that way. I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, I didn't even see the open line on the
Yeah.
other side.
I thought it looked cool.
Ah, no, nice. I didn't see that.
And then I got my son's name in the unknown text, which he loves legendary Pokemon. So like getting his name in a legendary Pokemon, he flipped his lid.
I would imagine.
He was so hype. So yeah, and I got my hand touched up. I got my Arcanine touched up a bit. So my hand was
hurting
it was hurting like my wallet because of this damn inflation.
because of that AC unit.
Yeah. So
You thought it was hurting from inflation. Wait till Train's like, yeah, buddy, $15,000. $15,000 to replace your AC unit again.
yeah, so I have a random note on here that just says beef jerky is just a cow raisin.
I mean, hang on. Let's unpack this for a second.
Yeah, well, let's dive into cow raisins for a second.
I mean, arguably a raisin is a grape that has been, or not arguably, but it is. So it's a grape that has been dried. So, I mean,
It's just a dehydrated version of its former self.
interesting. So beef jerky is just a cow raisin. Would you call it a cow raisin?
Would you call it a craisin? Oh, that's actually a thing.
It's a cranberry raisin.
Dang, that's actually already a thing.
Cran raisins.
A cow raisin.
Wait, did you hear that somewhere?
I don't know.
That's fantastic.
I think I feel like maybe I was talking to Derek. I was talking to Derek. I feel
and
like
he
it was
just
Derek.
drops that nugget
If it was
of knowledge.
somebody else, I apologize. I feel like I was talking to Derek about that one.
And he just drops an absolute banger of a nugget.
It made it on the list, and I'm like, I gotta ask people if it's just a cow raisin.
That's insane. Beef jerky is just a cow raisin. Well, you heard it here. I believe that calls back to episode 1, where is what is it? A quesadilla stacked on top of a quesadilla is not just Mexican lasagna.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna unpack that again.
Man. I could go for some lasagna right now.
I think that makes like a ravioli, just like like a cheese dumpling. It's the same stuff. It's all the same stuff, man. Nothing is real. Everything
An Italian
is fake.
dumpling. It's just
Yeah, it's an Italian dumpling.
Oh, I just spilled a little bit of this water on myself, and it felt so good.
Very refreshing because it is so hot in here.
Balls hot in here.
Speaking of Memorial Day weekend.
Speaking of balls, what?
Yeah, great.
Got to get through the episode without saying balls.
I think it's been a couple episodes since we've said that. I still have to teach your kid how to say balls deep.
You really do.
Well, now that he knows bing bong, I don't care.
Bing bong, balls deep.
Oh no, Taylor's gonna hate me so much. I can't wait to teach your kid that. Speaking of Memorial Day weekend, that weekend was an absolute banger for the music industry. Shout out to 21 Pilots for dropping a new album. Bill Murray had a new EP. Bring Me the Horizon dropped a surprise album as well. It was a great day to be a sad boy this last weekend. Have you listened to the new Bill Murray stuff?
No.
He's gone country.
I'm not surprised, and I already don't like it.
No, it's actually really good.
I can't.
Don't listen to him, folks. Just trust me. It's so good. You got to go listen to Blindsided by Bill Murray. It's worth. I promise it's worth.
All
Don't
these bands
listen.
going country. Stop it. Can we go back to going crunk?
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Man, what an era we lived through.
Oh, that was such a good one. I loved that one.
That was And then there was like a second one that wasn't as good as the first one.
But now everything has saxophone or is going country.
Rude, first off.
I mean, a sax solo is great, and time. But when it's like, oh my gosh, the coolest part of this song, we're building up for 2.5 minutes, here we go. It's another sax solo like the last 4 songs. Get wrecked. And it's all it is. It's dog.
I love me some sax. Do not let this man bully you into thinking that saxophones are not cool.
I'm not saying they're not cool. I'm just saying that they're a little overused.
Don't fucking care. They're sick. I love some good sax, man. Give me some sexy sax. Oh, brother.
You ever see the Jack Black sax man?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
1, 2, 3, motherfucker. Yes, I've seen that video.
I love it. I love it. Oh, man. Okay, so I have one more thing I want to talk about on here.
Oh, boy.
It was another thing that I found on TikTok.
Ooh, what else on the TikToks?
So we have talked about AI a lot on this podcast and how it's going to be the future downfall.
I don't recall any of that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where do you get
Where
off?
do you get off? So
What else you got?
So I saw a video, this person talking about, it's called Arc Search. It's a new browser that's AI based.
Sorry, hydration check. Interesting.
Yeah. So the company says that it's all about, privacy and all this stuff.
Right.
But so here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
Yeah, and then in white text on the bottom of the webpage, in white, it says like absolutely not, fine print. We
LOL, JK.
Yeah, get fucked. FUKT. Right, like.
So we'll start here. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So you go here, and this is how you get your new tab open, your new window, right?
Okay.
So I already searched TikTok Chipotle Bowl walkout, right?
Right.
So instead of, looking at it and saying, let me just scroll through all these articles, I can hit browse for me, right? So it's going to go and gather a bunch of these articles, and it's going to give me a summary of what was happening.
Interesting.
Trend overview. TikTok trend emerged, virality, the participation. It gathers all this information from a whole bunch of different websites and gives you a summary about everything.
Wow.
It is actually really useful.
Yes, it does seem extraordinarily useful. However, my mind immediately goes, cynicism is like, they're just, this could be like the AI response bot could be programmed to, and I'm not saying it is, this is just my speculation, my opinion. This is not fact, opinion, that this could easily just be coded to spit out articles in a specific light. You know what I mean? Like,
leaning towards one way or the other.
Yeah, like you typed in Chipotle walkout, angry people, and it gives you all these articles about people who are just peacefully walking out of Chipotle, right? Like, or vice versa, right? Like angry college protest over foreign conflicts. And it's like, and then it just spits out like, students gathered outside.
So I guess that
the police dissipated the gathering with wonderful results and no casualties or injuries whatsoever. And you're like, oh, okay. Or, you know what I mean?
So it might be something to see how it plays out,
right?
Especially like around election time coming up.
1,000%.
To see if there is a bias to it, or see if it is totally neutral or whatever. But I mean, it also does show you where it's pulling the information from. So Google search, TikTok, like it shows you where it's getting all of it from.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not. I think it's great.
And
I'm just not really sure what to think of it. But like, that's my immediate knee-jerk reaction is like, that could easily just be programmed from one direction.
So now let's look at it differently.
Right.
So say like me, I was researching network attached storage, right? So NOS drives.
Yeah, so something that can't actually be swayed.
Right. So if I search for NOS drives, right, it's gonna give me all this stuff about NOS drives, but then you can pinch it and it will summarize everything from that Google search. Benefits of NOS drives, best NOS drives, RAID technology. So I think this is where it's actually like really, really beneficial.
Where it could like gather stats.
Yeah, statistics. It like you could do sales. It'll pull sales information of best sales for you. So I think it's one of these AI tools where finally I'm like, you know what? This is useful, and I don't think it's hurting anybody. Whereas
For
like
now.
but the AI music that hurts musicians, the AI photos that hurts digital creators, like all these other things. But this is literally just using AI to gather information to make it easier for you to find what you're looking for.
You are 100% correct. And then I'm going to devil's advocate you one step even further. So where you're saying that it, air quote, doesn't hurt anyone, how many of the news articles did it just parse and did not yield a return on the ad revenue for those websites? So now you say it, and I'm not saying you, but you say it's not hurting anybody or hurting musicians and content creators and this, that, and the third. Now the news sites aren't getting their share of their ad revenue because AI is just scraping the articles without air quote clicking on them, generating ad clicks. And now here comes the paywalls even further, so that way the AI can't read them.
But so let's think of it this way. My thought, we're not, coding people or developers.
Correct.
My thought is just kind of like how on your phone you can long press a link, like in Safari or whatever it might be, and it generates a preview. I think it's going to be a similar concept because it's not pulling every bit of information. It's pulling the highlights. Right. So we don't know that it's not.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying.
What I mean? Yeah.
Right,
so
right.
I'm sure that because this has been around for a while, apparently it's finally like gaining steam. There's a desktop version, a phone version.
Wow. Do you know when they released, like initially?
Let's find out. It's really interesting, but I feel like if there are going to be issues, I'm sure it'll come up. But I don't know. At this same time, like I feel like this is going to get me to go to a website more now if I'm able to find the information I want faster. But I don't know.
You're absolutely right.
Let's see.
It's
it's made by the browser company of New York something.
I wonder if it's the same sort of thing like when you ask Excella if what's the score of this game, and it parses a very specific website. Does that trigger an ad click on that website? Maybe not. Or does Excella have its own sort of proprietary sport checking algorithm code where it, I don't know, parses the internet for one specific source,
right?
Where they know that is the true information,
right?
Versus parsing multiple different sources and combining it all into one.
Yeah.
Interesting. It can all be manipulated because all AI is just coded learning.
Right.
So,
but also at the same time, the ones that you wouldn't want it to click on are the ones that are paid ads, because that would cost companies who are paying marketing money to get you like when you type in guitars, Sweetwater pays an insane amount of money to
their SEO.
To be the one that comes up top.
Right.
So as long as it's not searching from those paid, it's looking from the organic search results. It doesn't really matter.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
As long as it's not costing people money by doing that search. But at the same time,
how will we know?
Right?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, honestly, SEO is we worked for one of those people. We can get you to the top of the list. It doesn't guarantee results, but we get you to the top of the list.
Like, go ahead and find your company. I don't see it. Exactly. God,
look up the $1 Million Bully documentary, folks.
We still need to watch that.
We do.
I have not watched it yet.
We do. And you know what? We said we were going to watch it when you left, and that was a long time ago.
A real long time ago.
We do need to watch that. Everyone should look up the $1 Million Bully. Just goes to show you how manipulative and I don't even know what another word that
pretty
is
much hits it right on
a thesaurus would give me for manipulation. How much of that shit just goes on behind the scenes, and it's pretty wild to unfortunately be a part of that cog in the machine. Man.
But hey, that's why I didn't have as many sales, because I was honest with people.
Dog, I worked there for 3.5 months and I had a sale. And I even felt scummy. I felt scummy because they were like, yeah, and I sold it to them and I was like, hey, this is blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, well, we're not really sure, but we'd love to give it a chance. And I'm like, you either need to be all in or not in. Like, we're half in. But they signed up. That was my one sale. And then I quit.
I mean, I was searching for a new job like 2 weeks in. And it took me 10 and a half months to find something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think week 3 I started looking, and then I was gone 3 months later. Man.
Toxic workplaces, everybody. Welcome to America.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I don't have the sort of like cutthroat at all costs mentality to be successful in sales.
Yeah,
I thought I did, and I definitely don't.
If it means like I have to potentially put somebody in a bad position because I need to get a sale so my boss can meet their numbers. Nah, man.
Nope.
Like that's what I got at AT&T. Like I didn't care about making a sale. I cared about like
taking care of the customer,
explaining everything honestly. And if they were like, yeah, like honestly, we'll switch because we're going to save a bunch of money. Perfect. But if it's like, hey, don't you want better service? Don't you want a new phone? We can get you this and trade it in, and like you only have to probably owe this much money. Like,
yeah, and then you can get this watch for free, and then you also get this tablet for free at no additional charge whatsoever, no monthly installment billings, but we will suddenly send you a $400 bill 6 months from now in back-owed bill credits, and yeah, no, it's totally free. Just take all of this shit and put it all on your plan, and then it's free. I promise.
I saw so many salespeople from AT&T just straight up lie to people's faces. Like, oh, your phone has a crack on it? That's okay. Don't even worry about it. No, because if it's cracked, the value is half.
Value is half.
So, like, they're going to owe more money on their phone. The bill's not... And people would just deal with it in the back end.
Yep.
They would have our customer service,
oh, yeah, we'll give you $400 in bill credits. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's what it is. Anything to make the customer happy.
Yeah, and
and then it just breeds entitled customers.
Yeah, and that's just not me, man. I can't do that to people.
Yeah. No, this is not a woe is us. This is just us being true, honest, like air quote, nobody wants to work anymore. No, it's scummy sales practices make people not want to do your shitty sales jobs. And honestly, in my opinion, successful sales individuals are liars.
Yeah, you almost have to.
You have to. Yeah, you have to lie. And that ain't for me, man.
Well, like one of the people I saw while I was just finishing training who straight up lied to a woman's face is like number 4 in the district.
Oh, does not surprise me.
Exactly. Like, oh, this explains everything. You're just lying to people.
Yep.
I could make so many sales if I just lied to people.
We dealt with that at the Big Blue store. Those new hires that came in for the seasonal, they were, hey, you got to sell as many credit cards as you possibly can in one shift. And they'd be like, it's not a credit check. No, I swear, it's not a credit check. It's not a credit card. We don't need a credit check. I just need your social security number.
And then you have me and Jim over here like, and they're like, I don't have good credit. Should I still try?
No. Brother.
It's like, you can if you want to, as I'm shaking my head no.
Yeah. I legally am obligated to say yes because it is my job description, but honestly, just kind of look with your eyes here. Don't listen with your ears for 1 second.
Exactly. We're over telling people like, yeah, man, you should definitely try it. I'm shaking my head no. Like we can't be scummy. It's why I am in business for myself, which again, if you need photo or video or even some graphic design work, some light graphic design work done, hit up your sad boy. I would love to work for you. I will travel. I will make sure that you are very
well
happy.
Taken care of.
Yes.
Use code SADBOYS. I might show up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Use code 2FISTUP for 5% off whatever I do for you.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
yeah, there you go.
Oh boy.
2 fists up, bud.
Do we have anything else? I told you I didn't bring any topics today.
Man,
so
that's,
you've been
feel like
carrying the load.
I feel like I've been carrying a load because it's balls hot up here. I feel like I'm about to melt into a puddle. So maybe we should wrap this one up before we don't get heat stroke.
I was
forming sentences.
I really was hoping that you were going to
get there. Forming sentences harder than before.
Mouth going faster than brain. This is not a good.
Everything's on fire. SpongeBob's running around. He forgot his name.
Yeah, it's because it's so hot in here. My head is like a scrambled egg. It's just like a little, hot scrambly boy in there.
Yeah, but the pan is already burnt.
Yeah, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Well, these are your sad boys on a heat stroke.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been a wonderful, angrified episode 55. Thanks for being here.
Get mad with us in the comments.
Get mad and stay sad.
Get mad with us in the comments. Let's start a revolution. No, I'm not going to do that.
Right. Make sure you at Chipotle and you at Train AC Units.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Yeah.
Let them know that you're going to sue the ever living shit out of them and you're going to walk out when they make your burrito.
Don't buy a Train and don't buy Chipotle.
If the portions are mediocre size.
Yeah, just walk out.
Pay for it if it's full scoops, I think,
just
is
walk
what
out.
we're trying to say here.
Yeah, just walk out.
I'm not encouraging you to walk
Don't
out.
steal it, but you
Let
walk
them
out.
know that you want a full scoop. Be like, hey, don't make sure my shit right. Don't give me no bitch ass scoop. You say that.
I mean, whenever I go to Chipotle and I order, I'm like, yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more rice.
Can I get some more rice? Come on, man.
And then I will say, I don't assume that people are generally intimidated by me, but I like to think that when I make a statement without any emotion behind
that's not a request.
Exactly. It's not a request. Like, don't skip on that.
Oh shit! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything for you, sir.
Yes, sir. Let me just give you a little bit extra.
Oh man. Yeah, tall people problems, can't relate, wouldn't know. Please, sir, may I have another scoop?
Well, dude, okay, one last thing on that topic. I had to go to the bank today, and I had to actually go into the bank.
Wow.
And I was talking to the banker, and we were talking about something. And she was telling me she collects knives and stuff. She was so cool, dude. She watches anime. She has a knife collection. She's in her 50s. Oh. She was so dope.
Yo,
she was so dope, and I was like, yeah, I'm not a hard ass. You're way more of a hard ass than I am. I have a graded Pokemon card collection. And she's like, yeah, when you walked in, I thought you would be, a lot more like me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that.
Old.
Yeah.
You should just hit her with yeah, bitch, I'm your age.
An old hard ass. No, I'm not. I got a Pokemon card collection and a Pokemon sleeve. So that's what I bring to the table.
And I'm on my way to the store to get a juice box.
Get a Prime Energy, cuddle up on the couch with a blanket and watch some Forged in Iron or whatever it is.
Forged in Fire.
Forged in Fire.
Good, dude. It will kill.
It will kill.
It will kill. I love that guy.
I love that show. I've been watching so much of it.
It's on, excuse me, it's on the one TV we have. When you turn it on, it goes to the live TV. I think it's one of the Samsungs. And it just turns on whatever the last channel you had it. So we just leave it on that one and then we'll go to YouTube or whatever. But it stays on that one in the background. So anytime I turn on, it's Forged in Fire will be right back. I'm like, fuck yes.
Dude, my YouTube, when I open YouTube, it'll show me
second result.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be third result, Forged in Fire, Hammer Time. Opening So when you go to my YouTube, right? You got Harry Mack up there, and then you got Forged in Fire. Opening Pokemon cards, buying cheap camera gear, yeah.
The algorithm knows him. He's a
knows
level
me
7
so damn well. But
oh boy!
Thank you guys for joining us in this real hot Sad Boys summer episode.
Everyone, make sure that you got your guns out today. Get some sun on them things. Make sure you don't burn. Use sunscreen. We don't want any of you guys to die.
If you're driving to work right now, rip those sleeves off, bud. You're going to work like this today.
Yep. Tell the boss it's sun's out, guns out day.
It's a real power move if you haven't done it.
I mean, it's the first week of June, so it's summertime. What are they gonna say? No.
Yeah, sorry. This is a professional business place. Sir, have you seen my guns?
Yeah. Check Mike. Check White. Back 1-2.
Yeah. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Wednesday. This has been your midweek Sad Boy update. And
can we get some beach music?
Oh, speaking of the music, that's what I wanted to tell you about.
Yes, what?
We got hit with a copyright strike on the last episode.
Arnar.
It was the music.
What?
But I pay for a subscription to a site that gives me music that I can use in personal and commercial use. So it's like the owner is sharing the revenue from your plays. I'm like, dog, what's half of 7 plays?
Yeah, right. Here, buddy, I'll toss you half a penny. Good luck. Try not to spend it at one place.
Get out of here. Like, stop that.
Well, let's get some copyright-free beach luau music this time.
Beach luau? All right.
That, really show them that it's hot.
Or it could be like some desert, too.
What is desert music?
It just sounds like wind and tumble.
That's
Yeah,
not-
beach music. Here we
Beach
go.
music.
Beach music.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been episode 55. As always, I'm Jim.
And I'm really hot.
That's really hot. And he's also Jason. We are the Midwest Sad Boys. Thanks for being here. Stay sad, y'all. Bye.
Oh, I'll get a little drink on the beach here.
Ooh, I'm just gonna do some little luau, little
Do one
flowy.
of those, scuba diving things.
Stay hydrated, everybody. It's really hot as fuck outside, so drink your water. Use code SADBOYS, 10% off your order. Bye.
Bye.